Hey guys, alright, I got some coconuts here. While I was at the Fort Lauderdale property last weekend getting it prepped for our open house, I had to trim back a coconut tree. It had a front palm frond on it that was starting to sag, and just above that frond were these coconuts. So I was like, so I said to myself, while I'm there, why don't I go ahead and chop these down? Because they are definitely due for that. Last thing I need is one of these nuts falling off the tree during the open house and landing next to somebody, or even worse, on somebody. So what I wanted to do is show you how I get the coconut water outside of the coconut. First, I have this tool. It's made in Brazil. I think the brand name is Inox. If you buy this tool, only get the one that is solid silver like this in color. There's ones that come with a colored handle. They're inferior. The handle will break off. This one I think is less than $15. The cheaper ones are $7 or $8. Spend the money, get the good one. Next, the coconut itself. So I prefer the coconuts to be a little more immature than this, typically like mostly all green. These are starting to get a little aged because they're starting to fade into the browns, the golden brown. And the reason that I want to get them a little younger is that as it starts to age and you see that color on the outside, the shell on the inside that you normally see, at the grocery stores, that shell on the inside starts to get harder as well. Once that starts to get hard, it's really hard to poke this through. So immature coconuts, as long as they're not too young, still have great tasting water and are much easier to get the water out of. Now, when you go to the grocery store and you see the coconuts there, or if you see just like the bare coconut anywhere, right? It's got 3 little dead spots or flat spots on the top of the coconut. Those 3 spots reside on this side, not on the bottom side. When this gets poked in and you bore out on the coconut, you're hoping to get through one of those 3 spots. One of those 3 spots is softer than the other 2. If the coconut's young enough, you'll just get right through the shell anyways. So you stick this in, you twist it a few times, and then you just pull out the core, and then you can pour out your water. So I'm just going to give it a shot. I hit a hard spot, so I'm just going to rotate a little bit. Let's get that out of my way. A little hard spot there. Not a big deal. And if it's really soft, it's just going to go right through. If it's a little hard, you just got to force it. Not that bad. Like I said though, if these start to get too ripe, that shell gets really hard and this gets really difficult. I think I found the soft spot. The tool's going in pretty deep. There we go. Just twist around as I pull out, and for sure. So right there, that white, that's the coconut. The rest of this is just the husky area. So I'm just going to throw that over by my plants, let nature do its thing. Now, normally I would take a sieve and I would dump the coconut juice through the sieve into my cup. All that does is just get rid of some bigger chunks. Some of the finer chunks that get through the sieve, or even some of the, what am I trying to say here? The sieve is kind of optional. Once in a while you'll get some bigger chunks and you don't want to drink those. But I'm not going to go through the effort right now just to pour out a single glass. So there we go. Yeah, and I got a chunk in there. It's not a big deal. I can, just get rid of that while I'm drinking it. I would definitely use a sieve, however, if I'm going to make a lot of water and I'm going to pour it into a pitcher, because you can bulk, you can do this by a large batch, like 6 or 7 coconuts. You pour it into a pitcher, and then you put it in your fridge, and it lasts a few days. I swear I just heard something in the woods. Sasquatch. Oh yeah, there it is. Squirrels. Yep. Squirrels chasing each other. Okay. So if you do multiple coconuts and you're like going to store them in a pitcher in the fridge for a few days, you'll have to drink it in 3, 4, maybe 5 days. If you don't, you'll start to see the water start to turn a little bit of brownish color. At that point, you're going to want to finish it quickly. If you're not going to finish the coconut water in, say, 5 days, I suggest trying to add lemon juice or lime juice. Lime juice is my preferred. The citric acid / ascorbic acid should preserve the coconut water, and it'll last a little longer. And lime added to coconut just tastes wonderful anyways. So cheers. Oh yeah, man, that is good. Mm-hmm. Holy cow. I could drink a lot of that every day. That is delicious.